Hey guys, how's it going? Mr. Goat here from Fagoat Gaming, and we're here to bring you our first podcast. I'm here joined today by...
Yoshi Yokozuna, what is up, guys?
And without further ado, as Chuck Norris once said, I win.
Wow.
But yeah, so it's currently about 12 midnight, and you know that old saying from How I Met Your Mother, nothing good ever happens after 12 a.m.
I missed that series, honestly.
So do I.
Man.
And anyways, guys, I have been doing some research, and I don't know if any of you out there are as big of fans of Star Wars as I am, but they finally have the title for the new Star Wars movie.
And that would be, obviously...
It's called Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Let me just add right now that a lot of people right now would be telling themselves, but that's impossible. I thought that Luke was the last Jedi. Well, guys, apparently you couldn't be more wrong.
Well, I mean, some have speculated that this meant that this movie would be the death of Luke Skywalker, which we all know is not going to happen. I mean, look at Anakin. He only died in the third movie, so it would make sense that in the new trilogy, he would die in the third one. Aha!
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much has one more movie to go, so he'll be fine.
That's weird. So, speaking of my childhood coming back to bite me in the ass, I recently got into a new game, and no, it's not Pokemon. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Oh, yes. Now
I don't know if you guys remember watching the anime, but I was obsessed like a motherfucker.
Weren't we all?
But yeah, I mean, if you guys are fans of the series, then, you know, you should be fans of the game, because the game, it tickles my funny bone real good.
Whew, you can say that again.
And I don't know whether it's the fact that I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the fact that I want to hump Yugi. Maybe it's both, but I don't know.
I mean, plus the fact we have actually played the actual card game before, and it never gets old.
Okay, guys, let me just stop right there. Yugi is probably the only anime guy I would go gay for. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
For me, it was it was always Sasuke. I mean, not to brag, but for me, I'm into guys with black hair, you know.
No, see, but the thing about Yugi is that he could seduce me with that golden voice of his. Like, he could be talking to me about the weather, and I'd be creaming all over myself. It looks like it's gonna rain outside.
Oh man, I could just picture that. And plus, not to mention that it could get a little crazy, because as most parents that don't know shit about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the fact that Yugi's parents think of him as bipolar because of his Millennium Piece.
You know, I've come up with a theory.
And what kind of theory would that be?
A really crazy theory that someone would think of at 3 a.m. when they can't sleep.
You mean insomnia?
Kind of.
Of course.
Okay, so my theory is, you know the whole choker phase that's going around, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Well, I deduced that Yugi Moto had the first ever choker.
I mean, technically you could be right.
Because of the stupid belt that's on his neck.
And then it wound up turning into a steel chain.
So technically, it's a confirmed theory.
And also the fact that in his every day-to-day basis, he's also working out with that, I'd say, 20-pound necklace he's got it going.
I want to say at least 10.
Yeah, let's just say 10. So either way, because that thing is making him bipolar, but it's also giving him a good workout. I want to say that for sure.
Dude. I'm just saying, man. Yugi hits my anime character checklist more than once.
And knowing you check it more than just twice.
You can call me the sexual Santa Claus. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that.
Oh, actually, it wouldn't be such a problem because may I remind you that this podcast is going to my channel too. Remember? So I don't really give a damn what happens.
All right, guys. Before we go any further, I have an announcement to make.
I'm gonna just give you a quick drum roll.
And the announcement is:
you're pregnant.
The Corn Wars is in full swing, my friends.
Yes, finally.
Now, what does this mean? This means that come March, maybe the beginnings of April, we will finally be recording the Corn Wars. It should be written in February, and it should be done the end of February, the beginnings of March, before we end up going on vacation in the spring.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for spring break.
So, coming in a couple months, we'll start recording, and in June you guys will get the first taste of the Corn Wars. Anyways, I also have another announcement.
Quick drum roll.
I have decided to produce these little lightsaber fights on the channel just to see what I can get away with in the special effects department.
Oh, man.
So, guess who's gonna be in it, fool?
And plus, most people like to see backstage bloopers and all of that. And who's gonna be having backstage vlogs? Yours truly.
You are.
Exactly.
He is going to be random guy number 2.
Wait, number 2? Who's the first?
Yeah. Everybody knows that it's... fuck, I forgot his name.
What was his nickname? Chocolate Thunder? Something like that?
No, he's not random guy number 1.
Okay.
I don't know. Number 1 is, Schmitty Urban Jaegerman Jansen. He was number 1.
Ah, you bastard. I knew you had a reference somewhere in there. Huh. 8 minutes into the podcast and it's already, I want to say thrilling, but instead I'm just going to use the word chilling because I'm freezing my balls off here.
You can't freeze what you never had to begin with, friend.
Fuck you.
Damn. How do people do this for an hour?
I don't know, but I guess we got to learn from the best. Who do you recommend? PewDiePie?
No, I'm good.
Alright. Well, yeah, I guess this ought to be fun editing.
I know. I guess. So then, let's talk about something interesting.
Yeah, let's, I want to talk about politics, but at the same time I don't want to mention the Great Wall.
How did you know that's what I was going to mention?
Because I know you very well. I'm not a retard. Like, all it took was for me to see that Sanelli Trump profile.
I'll tell you guys that story in a little bit. But anyways, we have to talk about a couple of games that I want to play and record.
Oh, well, this is going to be a fun topic. Let's get into it.
So, I want to record for you guys Resident Evil 7, but I am afraid that if I do, I'm going to need to do mattress and a couple of pairs of pants.
Most likely, yes.
I also would like to play for you guys, when I decide to get it, Skyrim, because Skyrim was fun.
Yeah, I can't even disagree with anyone. Plus the fact, if I remember correctly, they're gonna be doing some DLCs in the next 3 months, I think.
Yippers.
Yeah, I think it's 3 months. Well, at the same time, I don't even catch up with my own calendar, so I can't really tell.
But yeah, I want to start playing some Skyrim, and maybe after this, yours, the other person on the other end of the computer screen, will accompany me in some recordings for gameplay.
Like, I've already had too many vlogs. I could use a little bit of gaming contents. What the hell are you doing?
I'm scratching my speaker.
Alright, stop. It's getting way too loud.
So, in other news, I still have not seen Rogue One.
You're not the only one. I want to see it so badly. God. You know what's the worst part, though, that just really kicks you in the pants?
What?
Carrie Fisher.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, man.
Hey, but she was a victim of 2016, so
I mean, she had a good run. Let's be real here.
Yeah, she did. And the other weekend, I binge watched the original trilogy. So.
Oh yeah, you should have told me. I would have joined you.
It was a solo movie marathon.
Oh man, just the sound of it just sounds so bad. Either way, like, kind of think about it. What would be crazy is that, okay, so, I mean, it's not really much of a theory, but it's just a stupid idea I had of, and so basically, since Rey comes out in Rogue One, right?
Okay.
But it's more of an imagination for me. Like, I can only picture her as Princess Leia, or no, not Princess Leia, but Padme. But who's gonna be Rey's Anakin? You know what I'm trying to say?
Could it be Finn?
I mean, possibly. I mean, may I remind you that in The Force Awakens, he got wrecked by Rey.
No, he got wrecked by Kylo.
No, but I'm saying when they met, complete bump each other into like face first, back in Jakku. But hey, I mean, I just love the actual Star Wars series so much that I don't even care. I'll take anything.
I mean, here's what I think, and you can call me a conspiracist if you'd like.
Go ahead.
I really hope that in the end of episode 9, we get a complete change, a complete 360. I want to see Kylo Ren as a Jedi and Rey as a Sith.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I'll tell you why. Because in the movies, Kylo has said that he has felt the pull to the light. Even Snoke admits that the reason he chose him as his apprentice is because he has a connection to both the dark and the light. And how crazy would it be for Kylo Ren to actually turn out to be a Jedi and Rey to be a Sith, the daughter of Emperor Palpatine?
Oh yeah, that's true. But I just want to add real quick, and if you guys love Mr. Goat's idea, I mean, I don't blame you, but you may hate me for this, but I just want to remind everyone that in The Force Awakens, that Kylo did impale, he did impale his own dad, basically. I just want to remind everyone. So, if it does happen, it would be a major plot twist, and it would be so amazing on the big screen,
Yeah, but I mean, look at what Darth Vader did. He ended up murdering, and he blew up a planet. He ended up killing the Jedi Order, the Jedi younglings, and Obi-Wan.
Uh-huh.
Only to be redeemed at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a real good way for the series to end if in Episode 9, Kylo Ren, the blood work for the ancestry of Anakin Skywalker, did what the original Anakin couldn't and defeat Emperor Palpatine.
Oh man, I would love to see that.
I don't know, I think it's more ironic, and not ironic, but it's a more powerful statement than if Rey defeated Kylo, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus the fact that Rey completely slashed his face.
Yep.
That was an awesome scene, though. I mean,
that was an awesome scene.
That was the best. That was the best fight I've seen in my years.
And if at the end they do decide to keep on making Star Wars films, maybe another trilogy, we could see the building of a new Jedi Order with Kylo Ren and Finn. Now, the reason I say Finn is because I have another theory regarding Finn, that Finn is related to Jedi Master Mace Windu.
Oh, yeah. Now that you think about it, there could be some similarities. Plus, in Force Awakens, Finn was pretty good with the lightsaber against a stormtrooper, and that was his first time actually touching a lightsaber.
Yeah, so I mean, if you think about that, you have the bloodline of Mace Windu and Anakin Skywalker, probably the two most powerful Jedi in the whole order, starting another one with the death of Luke. I mean, it makes sense.
I would hate to see it, though.
Me too, but it's what Disney wants to do.
And George Lucas.
Oh, it's up to Disney now, because, Disney bought Lucasfilm, so.
But still. Anyways, before we go any further into the topic, I just want to add that that in the years that many people have been saying that George Lucas has ruined Star Wars ever since he took control of the actual series and did his own editing, and people have been saying that he basically ruined Star Wars, but I can honestly disagree, because let's just bring up the fact that that there are new bloodlines. So basically, Luke ends up being on his own, and he also deactivates R2 in before Force Awakens starts, and then plus Kylo Ren turns out to be the son of Leia and Han Solo. Even though many people thought that Kylo Ren was actually Luke, because most people misunderstood the commercials or the trailers, however you want to call them, that there was a scene of Darth Vader's burnt mask, and there was Kylo Ren's voice calling him father. But the thing is, what I've understood is that basically the studios messed up, and they were meant to add grandfather instead of father, and so many people automatically assumed that Kylo Ren was Luke, and many people never knew about Ben or the actual Kylo Ren,
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing. Here's my argument to why people. Well, here's my argument when people say that George Lucas ruined Star Wars.
Go for it.
Okay, so the original trilogy, we all can agree, were amazing for their time.
Yeah, definitely.
A great story, great characters, and a fantastic ending with the Battle of Endor.
Oh, yeah, you can say that again.
But if you watch The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith, then automatically jump in to A New Hope, you can kind of feel this. I'm not going to say this darkness, especially when Ben Kenobi tells Luke that his father was a Jedi Knight, and that he fell to the dark side. I mean, I remember watching it. I'm like, God damn, like it hurts when you think about it. And there's this passage from the New Hope novelization, right?
Yeah.
And it reads like this: Ben Kenobi turned to Luke and said, "Your father was a Jedi Knight." He turns away to Luke for 5 seconds, remembering that encounter on Mustafar, and the words echoing in his head, "I hate you." And I think that adds more power to it, because you know what he went through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and plus, many of the audience are gonna think about that too, and then the feels. I mean, it just gets you,
But, that's just my whole opinion on that. Now, you have them for a little bit. I'm going to get some water.
Yeah. Anyways, while he's trying to rehydrate, I just, since we're in the topic of Star Wars, me and Mr. Go here, guys, we were actually talking during this past summer of 2016, and remember how we would talk about how who the hell was Snoke, and how does he come into play, and how does he manage to bring Kylo Ren into the dark side? You remember that talk, right?
Yes, I do.
And this is my theory, and I know I'm gonna be wrong about this, but I just want to mention it to you guys, and I just want your guys' opinion. So I went through reruns of the actual trilogy myself during this past summer, and I believed it was in episode 2. There was a scene. I can't remember which planet it was, but there was a meeting between Count Dooku, Viceroy, and then obviously 2 bodyguards. But there was actually two. There was also 2 bodies that, but they never really spoke. They were just concealed in cloaks, like kind of like Jedi style. And what I think, and I probably will be wrong on this, but I believe that in that meeting, those 2 bodies were actually Snoke and his general from Force Awakens. Now I know I'm gonna be wrong about this because because of the fact that it's been far too long, and considering the fact that Luke wasn't even born in that timeline, and Anakin was still Anakin, that people are gonna agree with me on that one, but I want to believe it because in The Force Awakens, Snoke did say that he's been around for hundreds of years, and so my theory is that so did his general, and obviously during that timeline, the general was a lot younger in that time period, so that's just my theory, and so I believed that Count Dooku wasn't just actually associated with the Viceroy, but also with Snoke, and that's how Snoke was able to spy on Anakin, and then he later on becomes Darth Vader, but then Snoke learns about Luke, and then from there he tries to bring Luke into the dark side, but then most likely he failed, and then he ends up getting Ben, which is obviously the son of Han Solo and Princess Leia, and boom, we got Kylo Ren.
Okay, here's my theory.
All right, go ahead.
And no, ladies and gentlemen, it is not the popular theory that Darth Plagueis is Snoke. My theory lies within, I think it's 3,000 years before the Battle of Yavin in the Old Republic.
Oh, man.
I believe that Snoke is actually Darth Malgus. And why do I say that? Well, for starters, Darth Malgus was born 3,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, which would, Darth Malgus was an ancient Sith Lord who, by all accounts, was a grand warrior. So, being a grand warrior, on the sacking of the Jedi Temple and occupation of Coruscant, he was damaged while fighting a Jedi Knight that made him wear a respirator for the rest of his life, which would explain the scars on him.
Yeah, his facial scars.
Darth Malgus also got disillusioned to the Sith Order, in which he proclaimed that the infighting of the Sith was disgusting and brought about a new Sith Order with him as the Emperor. Now, the Dark Council sent a task force to deal with the false Emperor Malgus and tried to eliminate him. And in the end, they tried, but they weren't able to. He was captured and frozen into carbonite, and was presented to then Emperor Lord Valkurion, who is a reincarnation of Lord Vitiate. And we really don't know what happened afterwards. But in the other Knights of the Old Republic game, it stated that he was freed from his carbonite by another Sith Lord, and they too started their own Sith Empire. Now, I believe that Malgus being in that carbonite freeze would probably awaken him a couple of years before the events of the Phantom Menace, which means that he was able to see the rise and fall of the Empire, and he wanted to take control, but he knew he was too weak to take on Darth Sidious, so he waited and waited until it was finally time for him to assume power. And he, learning from the mistakes of the Empire, he knew he had to target young Ben Solo, which he did, thus creating the New Order.
Yeah, I can honestly agree with you on that one. But in any case, first of all, because I've seen this a lot, I just want to bring up the fact that if you guys don't know what carbonite is, it's basically the material that basically puts you in some sort of cryogenic. I don't know what you want to call it. You can call it the what do you call it? The something with animation. I think it's basically where Han Solo,
suspended.
Yeah, it's suspended animation. There we go. It's basically that metal where it animates someone, kind of like Han when they put Han Solo in that freezing position. Yeah, that's carbonite, guys. So yeah, the more you know.
So that's my theory. It could also be Emperor Vitiate, but I have already explained enough about Star Wars The Old Republic, and if you haven't played the Star Wars The Old Republic games, I highly, highly recommend that you do.
Yeah, you're missing out.
Awesome. Anyways.
What was that noise? I heard something there.
I said anyways.
No, but I heard you shake something.
I didn't shake nothing.
Alright, well, I guess it's just my audio then, because so far throughout half of your explanation, you were kind of fading out a little, because I think it's something with the call, because obviously I should have mentioned to you this before, but I'm actually using the preview. Yeah, you guys can hear that, I know. And yeah, I'm pretty sure our call got ended.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, see, you can't hear it, but over here in this end, your voice tends to break, and it kind of did during your explanation, so I'm going to have to go back and listen to it again.
Alright, so you stopped it.
You see, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Obviously, Mr. Go can't hear it, but I'm the guy that's recording this entire podcast, so yeah, that's going to take some getting used to.
It's fine, we can do it in post-editing. It's fine.
Yeah, I know, but knowing us, that's going to take a while. And then plus, when you mentioned that we're going to be writing the Clone Wars, we're probably going to be editing, not editing, but uploading the entire podcast in February. So everyone's going to probably think that we did this in January anyway. So you know.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
So, how would you like to be a part of Star Wars miniseries?
Oh, that'd be a dream come true.
Because I want to write something about Star Wars, but I haven't really got around to do it, and I kind of want to now.
I mean, if this was live streaming, I mean, we would have tons of support, but since I'm recording, I guess we're gonna have to do this ourselves. But sure, why not?
Alright, I'll start writing it tonight, see how far I get.
Alright, and for everyone listening, I'm pretty sure you just realized now that we're already gotten into the half-hour point. But yeah, if you made it this far, you guys are the best.
Yes, you are very sexy.
And I'm pretty sure we would, and I'm pretty sure we would reach you all and probably kiss you all if only it was not illegal.
Yes, because it's rape.
It kind of reminds me of the bad sex joke that I know, but I'm not going to say it.
Please don't.
Yeah, that would just make my podcast look bad. Well, technically both of our podcasts.
There could be kids watching this with their parents. Then their parents would have to answer some awkward questions there, laddie.
Yeah, I'm going to give this recording to you because we've already dropped a few F-bombs, you know?
It's alright. The swearing is all over. I'm pretty sure there's a 13-year-old that can swear better than me. I'm 17.
Yeah, but then YouTube's gonna be chewing up our asses, you know? Nah, it's fine.
It's fine.
By the way, speaking of YouTube, if we're done with the Star Wars topic, I want to go into the next topic, which is obviously our best friend YouTube.
All right, go ahead, lead the conversation, friendo.
All right, so we're already going into 2017. It's barely the first month, and I basically came across the fact where apparently belling is now a thing where supposedly you just click that little bell that's next to the subscribe button to any YouTube channel, and I mean any YouTube channel, including ours, which I'm gonna leave our links in the description below as soon as I make this into a video, of course. But I want to I brought up the bell because I just think it's really, and excuse my language, I just think it's really retarded. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, first off, the basic function of that bell is to basically give you notifications for what was I gonna say, for upcoming videos of that certain channel. And I'm just thinking to myself, because I've been scratching my head about this for a while, and I just can't wrap around my head of the thought that if that certain person clicks that subscribe button, wouldn't they automatically get notifications? You know?
I mean, I guess.
I mean, because think about it, because, and don't get me wrong, I love YouTube a lot. I do watch tons of videos, and I've always seen at least every other two videos about this belling topic where everyone's just hating it, but at the same time, now that YouTube has created this belling, now I guess it's a necessity now every time we hit that the subscribe button, and now they added a step 2 to it, which everyone pretty much hates.
Well then.
I mean, that's just my opinion. What do you think?
I could see where, it would come in handy, you know what I mean?
But how?
I mean, if you're really busy, you don't have time to check your YouTube often, right? So if you let's say you subscribe to Vanos, but you're busy and you can you don't catch his videos as soon as they come out.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to, you could say, oh, well, I want a notification because this is my favorite channel, and then you can notify it, and it'll notify you when he updates, when he uploads. I'm sorry. I think that, I could see where that can be useful.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so do I. But at the same time, if you've subscribed to, let's just say Vanos Gaming's channel, because you're a subscriber now, you should automatically be notified. There shouldn't be a second step to it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're subscribed to a lot of people, that notification gets buried. You know what I mean?
Oh, damn it! You're right. I haven't thought about that. Well, I guess that wraps up the belling. But another thing I want to mention is that, and this is gonna take a lot of numbers to talk about this, but I want to mention the recommended videos list. Do you know? You probably know where I'm about to go with this, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone that's listening, if you don't know, basically what's happening now in our official year 2017 is that apparently every YouTuber, his or her video ends up in a recommended list, but their chances are very slim. Like practically the most chance they would get is at least 5%. And obviously a lot of people are hating about it, and then their best shot is 10% at the most, and that's all they're gonna get. And yeah, that's one thing YouTube really screwed us for. But hey, I mean, it's not like we can sue them or anything. Yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion, because I'm just gonna say, like PewDiePie, for example. I've seen a lot of his videos, including the upcoming ones, obviously, and he just mentions about how he's been noticing that that his account hasn't been noticed as much as before, because now his percentages of being in the recommended videos list are a lot more slim than before. And it's not just him. I've seen it in other videos before, and yeah, I can honestly agree on that one. What about you?
I mean, in my opinion, he really shouldn't be complaining about his videos and crap like that. Because I mean, he already gets tons of views. I mean,
I guess you're right. Plus, he's got the Ruby Award, for God's sakes.
I mean, yeah, I can kind of get that YouTube is kind of screwing him out of a payday, but I mean, with 2 million views, I mean, come on. there's a thing as a payday, and this thing is being greedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. But let me remind you that's not just him. It's anybody else, including us. But at the same time, we have what 10 subscribers. Yeah, there's no way we're getting on that list.
I actually have 17. Thank you very much.
Okay, well then, yeah, apparently I need to upload more content now. Anyways, wait, what am I even saying? I don't have content anymore. I still haven't uploaded that one video that I don't want to mention to you guys right now. But, I'll explain it to you later after this recording. Let's see, what else? Oh, okay. There's something else I want to talk about. The trending icon. You know what I'm talking about. That little flame thing.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, I honestly love it because you know how we have that because we like to watch a lot of music videos on our YouTube accounts, and now that YouTube makes us our own personal mix, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I love the trending because I could just go into music and I could see the latest from anyone, and including, and you're going to call me trash for this, but because of that, of the trending, I also got to see a new song from Black Veil Bride's The Outsiders within an hour after it was uploaded, and whoo, I just loved it.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Goat here can agree with me, can't you?
I can appreciate music.
Yeah. He doesn't want to say what's on his mind because I just said the name Black Veil Brides.
No, even then, I mean, you should, you do what you want to do. You listen to whatever music you want to listen to, and that's fine. We could all get along with music. At the end of the day, it's just an expression of emotions, and hey, we all have emotions.
Yeah, including someone that I know, but I'm not gonna say their name, and I'm saying there because I don't want to reveal their gender, unless I'm assuming their gender, and that would just be terrible.
All right, guys. So
yeah, this got weird.
let's move the subject along.
Go for it.
So then, as we are approaching the second month in this new year, which, if you think about it, time really has passed.
Yeah, I can honestly agree with you because the fact is, I mean, me and you, we have a lot of things to do. We had a lot of plans this past year. Not as much as hanging out, but obviously within the program, obviously,
yeah,
because we have a lot of jobs with the company. But
speaking of company,
go ahead.
Did you know that I already own 3 companies?
I have a feeling this is a bad idea, but what did you do?
I own Fagoat Gaming, Fagoat Productions, and Fagoat News. 3 companies.
I haven't heard about Fagoat News.
Oh, that's because I haven't done anything with Fagoat News yet, but it's there.
Alright then. Oh, speaking of which, since you got your multiple channels, I have multiple Facebook accounts, which I will leave not my personal account, but my YouTube account, which is obviously Yoshi Guzuna, and I will leave the link into my profile in the description. And if you want, I'll give you guys Mr. Goats here. No, I'm just kidding.
You can go ahead and go over there, comment, what you guys want to see from us two knuckleheads in the future, and if I feel like it, we'll do it.
But then again, they're just gonna give us like stupid ideas like Chubby Bunny challenge or Ice Cube, or no, not the Ice Cube, but the Ice Bucket challenge.
Okay, something worthwhile.
I already know what you're thinking, but you know what? Kind of think about it. A lot has changed though this past year because, well, first of all, we have I don't want to say it. We have a new president, so that's a thing, and
we have the greatest president. What are you talking about?
Keep it together. Okay. Yeah, you could say that. You could express your opinion. In the end of the day, it's just your opinion, and everyone has their own opinion. But yeah, we have a new president, and like you guys can't. You guys obviously can't see it, but I'm with Mr. Go here on a Skype call, and all I'm staring at right now is his profile picture of of Donald J. Trump, right in front of a cement wall with gold and a giant T in the middle of it, next to a power line. Which for some
the wall.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta be honest with you. I just love to hate you sometimes.
I know. Everyone says that.
Including someone else, which I'm not gonna mention her name.
It's just easy. Man, dude, this year's been. It's probably gonna be January. And a lot's gonna change. God damn.
Yeah. And especially now because apparently we're doing our first podcast, so yeah, there's a change.
I want to try to do these every weekend, if not every second weekend. So, you go a week with the podcast and a week without.
Yeah, but at the same time...
Depending on how I feel.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're going to need to notify our subscribers when we upload because this recording alone is going to take a lot of time to editing because right now I'm looking back at our feed and well, let me just say right now we just hit the 45 minutes, but I'm going back and we have a lot of silent moments, so obviously we're going to want to edit that out, so this is going to take a while, so it's going to be hard to upload every other weekend, but at the same time I feel like I thought of a game plan for the both of us, which I'll discuss with you after this podcast.
Yes.
Alright. Anyways, in other news, a cat believed to have driven insane after he thought of flying off a power line and smashed his body into to the ground with no apparent physical injuries, but maybe lots of mental trauma. And if you guys don't know that reference, it's a Vine I saw a long time ago where it was just that orange cat that just jumped off a power line, and then all of a sudden you just hear "I believe I could fly," and it's just so stupid. You haven't seen that video, have you?
Fucking shit.
What did you do? I know you did something. Can you hear me? El gato, hello? Oh, by the way, if you guys don't know us that well, or you're barely gonna subscribe to our channel, well, thanks for calling me off, you douche.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, if you guys don't really know us that well, I mentioned this in a video that if you can't tell by our voices, we're me and Mr. Go here. We're the people that Mr. President Trump hates the most. We're Mexican. Zzz. Sorry. You just gonna leave me hanging, or Well, I guess I'm doing this podcast to myself. Okay, guys, what's up? No, I'm just kidding. Where the fuck are you?
Hey, I identify as white, so I don't know what the hell you're talking.
You're Latino, man. Don't even try and hide it. Alright, apparently douchey.
I know, I'm joking.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't even hide it. You know you're Latino. And
I'm proud of it, man, but...
But here's the funny thing, and I've seen it in a lot of videos, is that a lot of people are scared to be Mexican. I know you did something that time. What did you do? What did you do?
Oh. No, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm looking at something really weird right now, and it's just really weird.
Is it Reddit 50-50? No? Okay. Well.
No, it's not Reddit 50-50 this time.
Oh, this time. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay.
Oh, fudge.
Which reminds me, I would love to record Reddit 50-50. It'd be awesome for my videos. But at the same time, people will think that I'm weird, and I want to mention some people, but I'm not going to in this podcast. I'll mention another one that we do. But yeah, other than
Alright, guys. Well, I feel like this is okay. Go ahead, cut me off. That's fine.
Your voice is kind of breaking, so kind of having a little issues here. And let me just say this. let me just say this real quick. Is I'm sorry, guys, if this you know, the audio sucks and all. I mean, let me just remind you guys, this is our first podcast. This is our first time doing this. This is the first time I legit use audio software, because in another video I did, I believed it was my Yoshi the Chef video, which a few of you guys saw, and I appreciate you taking your time to watch my videos, even though they're cringy. I mentioned that I used a software called what was it called? It was called the Las Vegas Prism Edit. It was a video editing software that I downloaded, but apparently you have to pay for that shit. So yeah, I didn't have that much time with it, so that's why I didn't really upload any content, because I am in the process of getting new software, and Mr. Go is helping me. Thank God. Which, by the way, I appreciate your help. Okay, so I was waiting for a thank you, but alright.
Alright, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our very first podcast. You're welcome. So I feel like we accomplished what we needed to accomplish here. I think this was a very successful first podcast. What do you think?
Pretty good. Which reminds me, I'm still recording because your voice broke. So I'm just gonna end this podcast. Well, guys, even though Mr. Go here started this, I'm gonna end it. So thank you guys so much for taking your time off your busy schedule, or whatever. And coming by and to listen to our almost 1 hour podcast. So until the next podcast, this is Yoshi Okazuna with it was just me.
Along with Mr. Goat.
Along with Mr. Goat. There it is. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for stopping by. Yoshi Okazuna signing off. Sayonara.